Hello, everybody. This is Rajeshri with Soul Tuning, and it is day 90 of my 90-day transformation in the raw, 12-week transformation in the raw. And I know for the last couple weeks, there's been a lot of gaps, and as far as doing videos, and that was all supposed to be a part of the process, I guess. It's one thing I'm doing today is reflecting on this whole process of these 90 days and what I originally thought that was going to happen and the ideas that I had for it, right? And what ended up actually happening in the long run and what it was really supposed to be about. And watching myself reflecting on that, watching myself process that throughout the 90 days. Um, and really, originally I thought, I'm going to do a program. I'm going to create a program um, based off of certain initial ideas around weight and the mindset and diet and exercise and all the different avenues and aspects of your life. And I did. And I have created a program based out of it. Um, but it was really the laying the foundation, the experimental path, getting to know myself better. Really, ultimately, just working with the mind, because when it comes to emotions, when it comes to creativity, when it comes to anything that you do in your life, your diet, your weight, the way your body looks, all of it has to ultimately do with what's going on in your mind and what are the patterns that you've created, what are the things you're hanging on to that you're attached to, what are you letting go of. And your physical body and what happens in your reality is just a reflection of your relationship to your mind and what you're working with ultimately. And so maybe the physical aspects like weight or the way my body looks or all of that didn't necessarily um, show a lot of change in these 90 days, but the underlying factors of working with my mind, getting to know my mind better, allowing myself to get out of the way and step more into my true self, right? And allowing that to come to the surface and start manifesting on the surface, that is the deepest work. And knowing that you get that in a foundation, you get that situated or whatnot, right? Allowing that to be your structural foundation, your house or your temple that is going to be built upon that is going to be so much different versus if you're blocking your truest self, not being honest with yourself, not slowing down and listening to yourself and listening to others, just not observing your mind and really taking in the information of what's going on around you. For instance, if I speak a certain way to somebody, how are they reacting? That's information for you, of what could be going on more so in the current reality. So what I've gotten out of these 90 days of initially intending to focus on diet, the mind, relationships, career, purpose, friends, health, weight, exercise, all of that. So intending to bring more conscious focus on that and pay more attention to those things. And then ending up where I'm at now, a lot has happened. I moved 2.5 hours away from where I was living before. Moved from a 3,000 person populated area to a 90,000 person populated area, which allowed me to get out there more and put myself out there more and to push myself and challenge myself into new territory, new areas of my life, um, which is advancing my teaching. It's advancing my purpose. I've found my purpose, which has been very, I've had ideas about what it was going to be, but it's solid now. It's very clear what it is that I'm supposed to be doing, and I'm acting on that. So there's, before these 90 days was more of like an incubation and creativity and thought forming and all of that, and bringing ideas to light. And now I'm in action mode, which is powerful to be in that space, because there's not a whole lot of time of managing, and you have to be in action. So there's not a whole lot of thinking. You just have to do things on the fly and assess what's right in front of you. A lot of flexibility, but I've also built a very stable foundation for myself with where I'm at now versus where I was before. So I've got purpose. I've gotten to know my mind better. I'm understanding health that much more, what is working for me, what's not, and I have a better understanding of how to move forward with that and tweaking that even more so. I'm way more physical. I exercise a lot more, and that is on a consistent basis. So I'm not exercising, getting in pain and falling off where I was before. So there's currently no more of a roller coaster in that department. So these areas of my life have become a lot more stable and consistent. And in the past, many years back, it would be where I would get one thing going and it would be really great, whether that was finances, right? Making a lot of money or something, but then my health would go to the wayside, right? I was never paying attention to my health. And so that would just accumulate. And when you do that, at some point, you're not going to be able to get up and go to work and to do what you're doing. And it's going to take that one off too. So there is no ignoring certain aspects of your life. It will catch up. If there is not a sense of balance in all departments of your life, if you're not trying to work on that, one will end up taking the other out of balance at some point. That's the laws of nature. So that's really what I got out of this, focusing on all areas, all aspects of my life in these past 90 days, is learning how to bring them more into balance and understanding them at a deeper level, and how to work with them ongoing for the rest of my life versus trying to have it all wrapped up in 90 days, right? So it's been great. I've gotten a lot out of hearing myself speak out loud, and then knowing that I'm putting it out to the world and being real and vulnerable in that department, and then going back and watching it too. It's a very powerful process. So thank you for all who has watched through this. I know I don't exactly have 90 videos for you to watch, but I really try to make a point to make the videos around big aspects through this transition, big points through this transition that were very powerful. And if there's nothing coming through, I didn't do a video. So it's very genuine in that aspect. So that's why you've got some gaps, probably more towards the end, because things were flowing and I was in action mode and I had to do a lot more. So thanks for watching. If you have, I hope you've enjoyed it. I hope it did some good for you and brought some perspective for you as well. That was the point of sharing it also, is just getting another perspective out there and sharing myself and the realness of that. And yeah, that's the end of this transformational 90-day program for me. I'm definitely continuing on to do other things, and I will be sharing that. It'll be in a different format. It won't necessarily be under this playlist, this YouTube video playlist of the 90 days, but there'll be other information that I share, other perspectives and things that are coming through me that I'll definitely be sharing in the future. So look out for those videos, because we're moving on to a new chapter here and ending this one. And again, so thanks again for watching, for commenting, and being a part of this process. Much love to you all. Blessings to you all on your path and your journey and any of transformations that you're going through. I get it. I understand a lot of aspects around that, even more so now. So we'll see you next time. Take care.